Hey guys, so today I filmed my full face drugstore routine using all drugstore products that are under $20. If you want to see how it turns out, then please keep watching. So I'm going to start off by priming my eyes with the Black Radiance Perfecting Eyeshadow Primer. And I picked this primer up from Walmart and I believe it was about $9 or $10, but all of the products will be listed in the description bar. Next, I'm going to be taking this chocolate brown shadow from the L'Oreal La Palette Nude 2. And I'm going to be working this in my crease area as a transition color. And to do that, I am using a Sonia Kashuk blending brush. For my crease color, I am using this NYX Hard Matte Shadow in Dance the Tides. And this is my first time trying the NYX shadows, and I really like these because they're actually really creamy and really pigmented. And to do this, I'm using my e.l.f. shadow brush. Going back to that L'Oreal palette, I'm now taking this gray color and putting that directly in my crease, and I'm using an IT Cosmetics blending crease brush. This brush allows me to get directly in my crease without getting too much on the lid or too much towards the brow bone area. Taking the deep purple shade in the palette, I am applying that to the outer V of my eye, and I'm using an e.l.f. pencil brush to do that. And then going back with that same crease brush, I'm just going to be blending that shade out. Of course, you just want to make sure your shades are blended and they don't have any harsh lines. And now I'm just going to be blending everything out with that same Sonia Kashuk blending brush. So I did my eyebrows off camera, but I did use the NYX micro pencil, and this is the new one by NYX. And I plan on doing an eyebrow routine very soon, so watch out for that. For eyeliner, I'm going to be using one of my favorite eyeliners at the moment, and this is the Wet n Wild Mega Liner in black. I think that it's just so easy to do a wing with this liner because of that skinny brush that it has, and it gives off an amazing matte finish. For mascara, I'm using the L'Oreal Telescopic Mascara. This mascara tends to do a great job at separating and lengthening my lashes. Really good for those of you with shorter lashes, especially on the bottom. It definitely does help lengthen them. Excuse the little bit that I got on my lid. That's just gonna bug me the entire video. I wish I would have saw it when I was filming. For foundation, I'm using the L'Oreal Infallible Pro Matte Foundation in the color Cocoa. And to apply that, I'm going to be using my Real Techniques Miracle Complexion Sponge. And this sponge, using it damp of course, just really packs on the foundation without getting too much into the sponge. So you get a very nice airbrush finish. To conceal under my eyes and highlight, I am using the Maybelline Fit Me Concealer in Cafe. And I'm using the flat side of the beauty sponge to press this into my skin. And to blend that out, I use the other side, which is the more round side, and I just kind of push it into my skin. And I noticed that this really does help blend out the harsh areas from applying it with the other side. To set that concealer, I'm going to be taking the L'Oreal True Match Super Blendable Powder in Deep Warm, and I'm going to be using my e.l.f. small tapered brush just to help set that and make sure it lasts quite a while. To lightly contour, I'm going to be using a foundation that is slightly darker, and this is the L'Oreal True Match Lumi in the color Cool. And I use this on my cheeks and down the sides of my nose and just a little bit on my forehead, because I do tend to sometimes have to use a different color foundation. And as you can tell, that this one is a little bit too orange for me. So what I will go in with a foundation that is a little bit darker and blend that out around those areas just to help blend the foundation with my natural skin color. So since I use that liquid based contour, I'm going to be setting that with the Black Radiance Press Powder in Rich Mahogany. Now I'm going to be setting my entire face with the Maybelline Fit Me powder in Mocha. Now I'm going back in with that plum shade that we used on the lids, and I'm smoking out my bottom lash line just to give it a more smoky look. Now I'm taking that rose gold shade in the palette and applying that to my inner tear duct area to brighten up my eyes. Now I'm coating my bottom lashes with that same telescopic mascara. For lips, I'm using the Maybelline's Color Sensational and Untainted Spice. And that's pretty much it, guys. I hope you enjoyed this full face routine using all drugstore products. Please like and comment any questions down below, and I will see you guys next time. Bye.